We couldn't find our day 7 banner, but today is day 7 of the Video Every Day in April challenge with StreamYard. I want to introduce myself really quick. I'm Anna Larson. I am a copywriter and social media manager, and I am here with Selena. Ooh. I know, I had to so Selena, introduce yourself real quick.
Hi guys, I'm Selena Conn-Mackey, owner of Howley Socially Inspired. I design websites with my bestie over there, and I do social media marketing for my clients. And that's it. Yeah.
Yes. So today we're really excited because we're going to be talking about the user experience on websites.
Yes. I'm really excited to talk about it because so one, if you guys don't know, we are part of the MilSpouse community as well. And there was an opportunity for myself to take a UX design course and be certified in it so that I can add more value to our clients. I can't remember how to get there, but I just know that it's Coursera and it's free and I really appreciate it. And so I will promise to send the links, but there are many, many great courses in there. Anna is actually taking a couple herself. Yeah. But we decided today was about, we're talking about websites, but really this can kind of, the discussion we're having today is really all the way around, which is the user experience and what is that? And part of the course, I'm not an expert yet, but I kind of really resonated with the designing of the user in mind, right? And that's really how we should be thinking about in a lot of aspects, right? When we're pitching a product, we're, right, Anna?
Absolutely.
Don't you think?
Yes, absolutely. So before we get started too far in, anybody that's listening right now, just pop in the comments right now. Yeah. Do you have a website?
Yes.
And if you designed the site yourself, I'm also super curious about that. Or if you had somebody do it for you professionally. Because for me, the user experience, of course, is that I get to a website and I know what to do. I know where to go. It looks good. The information's there. That's like the basis of, for me, what a user experience is. But
right.
This course that Selena's been taking, there's so many things that go behind that process. Mm-hmm. And it's stuff that we as business owners have to think about and have to know about when we're designing, like she said, not just websites, but the freebie options that we provide, maybe the social media posts that we're doing, so that every piece of content that goes out to our ideal client has a good, positive user experience attached to it.
Yes. And one of the things that when Anna and I were chatting offline yesterday, we were discussing like how she just mentioned a freebie, and you're like, what do you mean when designing the freebie? Hi, Sandy. Yay, you joined us.
I know.
For example, right? You want to make your freebie all gorgeous and pretty. And most of the time, people will probably print it up. So here's where that user experience comes into play as well, right? Where it's always pleasant. Their experience with you is always pleasant. When you're designing the freebie, are you putting a lot of color and detail? So when that person has to print it up, they're wasting a lot of ink. I know it's weird, but that's part of designing with user thought in mind.
Yeah. And if they're only going to print it in grayscale or black and white, what is it going to look like when it gets to their end? Because this is a reflection of you and your business, right?
Right. Exactly. So I think, when just taking this course, but a lot of times when Anna and I do design, we do sit down with a client quite a lot and we say, hey, what is it that you're looking for? What is it that you want the person the user that lands on your website to do with this? Like, where do you want them to go? How do you want them to do it? And then, so the user experience design part comes in is when you get them to that button, is it pleasant? And one of the analogies they used in the class the other day was, when you go to a door and it opens, but you go to push it, but it's actually a pull. So you've caused some angst. So it's making it very clear for the user what to do. You just assume, yes, if I push this button, I'm going to get exactly what it said I do. But if you take them to another page where it's not what they're getting, you're causing that pull, push frustration is, I thought I pulled like you told me to, but I'm not getting where I need to go.
Yeah, we actually encountered this recently in a website design that Selena and I were working on, where one of our clients really kind of wanted a whole bunch of keywords on their page. And as a copywriter, I said, hey, in this conversation with Selena, I said, if they click on this keyword and it throws them into a general category that doesn't address that one specific thing, they're going to get grumpy about it. At least that's how I would get grumpy about it. If I clicked on the word, integrity, and then it threw me into business strategies or something along those lines, I'm like, no, I really want to know what the integrity portion of this is.
Right.
And that's just an example of when you're designing your site, really thinking about where each piece of it goes and how your client is going to interact with it.
Yeah. For sure. And I mean, whether this is website or not, but it threw some important statistics out there. Like on mobile, you have, I think it was like 47 seconds or 67 seconds to capture the attention for mobile, because it's very easy to swipe out, turn up, whatever. And on a desktop, it was like 172 seconds. So obviously, if you can get them past that threshold, you've put like the right things to make this whole journey pleasant, the right copy, that's keeping the storyline going. You're giving them a path that makes sense. So you're not like saying, oh, I'm talking about an apple and it's apple, apple. And then all of a sudden you threw in like dog, apple, apple, all these things you have to think of. But that's kind of one of the things I was just really excited to talk about.
Yeah. So when you're designing a website, I'm going to ask you this question, Selena. When you're designing a website, like maybe what's one key component that everyone should be considering for their top of their page above the folds section that's going to create an amazing user experience every single time?
So I think everybody always talks about, and again, everybody is different, but I love like when you can capture their attention in the very beginning, and you make it very clear when they land on your page who you are, what you do, and what you're going to do for them. If you can answer those three questions in that top, like she said, above the fold, that's like the best thing you can do. Because then they're going to continue to scroll. Okay, I'm interested in what Anna has to say because she said we're going to connect in this way, and I want to know how we're going to connect in this way. That's a tip that I say. So when you look at the beginning part of the top, that's where they land, at the top of your website, and look at it in mobile version as well. Some people forget that. And what happens is you design only in desktop and it looks amazing. And then you go over to the mobile version and it doesn't lay out in a great way like the desktop does, where it almost causes, ooh. And nowadays, it's multi-mobile where people come in and see something for the first time. So
yeah, it's like 70% of people are looking at websites on mobile now, and desktop's kind of gone the way of the past a little bit. So you really do have to think about your mobile design. One of the things that Selena says frequently as we're building websites is when they come to the page, do they know they're in the right place? And I think that's kind of that, maybe like that key component of the user experience. They have to feel like, hey, I made it to the place I was supposed to make it to, and this is what I needed. This is going to provide me the information that I needed. Right. And if you can create that feeling on your website, on your freebie, on your social media graphic, whatever it is that you're providing that experience on, if you can create that feeling, then you're doing a good job. But it's harder than it looks. Like there's so much more that goes behind it. You really have to go through that step by step. When they do this, then what happens? Or what should happen, I guess.
Right. No. Bravo.
Yeah. Like a start to finish process, right? You can't like design the start and then be like, "Whew, I'll get to the end later."
For sure. I love it. John's wrote a comment here. Oh, hey, there's my kid coming on live. Say hi, Maddie.
Hi, Maddie.
Okay. He's like, my website is a list of links to my social media platforms. And that's fine right now because you're still in the design phase. But at least if they're going to land there, give them somewhere to go to learn more about you. So if you're live on LinkedIn, not live, but you know what I mean? If you're very active on LinkedIn, make sure you put a link there. Make sure you at least give them another place to go if they're going to find you in that way. And that's most important. I know I've gone to places where I'm like, oh, if they could have just put some kind of link so I can continue to find where they are. And that's in everything, I'll just make like on Clubhouse. So you can't, like, you can connect with people on Clubhouse, but you can go further if they do connect to their icons where it's clickable. Like I believe it's only Instagram and Twitter. And if they do that, then I feel like it makes it easy for me to continue the connection outside of the app. And that's happened quite a lot. And that there's times people haven't used that. And I get so frustrated because I want to connect with them and it's not clickable. They've put it where in their copy, like, find me here. But I'm like, I want to click. I just want it to be easy. Those are things to think about, right? If I have to try to copy and paste into a thing and put it in another thing, I get a little frustrated. I'm impatient in that way. Anyway.
Well, but I don't think you're alone there. So I really liked what you just said. Like, we really, even on our end, we really have to think about optimizing our profiles to make it easy for people to connect with us.
Yeah.
That is super important. And so, and we're lazy. Just people in general are lazy right now because technology's made everything so easy, right?
Yeah.
Everything comes so easily. Like, if my internet doesn't go that fast, I'm like, God,
for sure.
Into pieces, right? So the idea is that you have to remember to play to the strengths of, or to play to the weaknesses of the people that you're trying to connect with and trying to attract the attention of.
Yeah.
And that's make it as easy as possible. Optimize your profiles, give them the information they need, make it easy to find and easy to navigate. Think about when they print it or when they are going to, I don't know, download it or share it. What is it going to look like when they send it out as a secondary source of information for other people? All those kinds of things.
Again, and it just comes down to user experience, right? If you're there as if you're trying to market your brand, your product, your whichever, just make sure you are making it easy for the user to find and connect with you. And that's including adding it to your website, which I know is our major theme. But we are past our 10-minute mark.
It's time to go. It's
time to go.
Over.
Yeah. So thanks for being part of our conversation today. We will catch you
tomorrow.
Tomorrow. That's right. Tomorrow.
We're doing this every day in April. So we'll catch you tomorrow. And tomorrow, wait, let me look really quick. Tomorrow we're talking about getting it all done. Tips for entrepreneurs. Oh, how do you get it all done? Join us tomorrow for that conversation right around 2:00.
Yep.
Central Time. All right. Thanks everyone for
Bye. Aloha.
Bye.